The jam-packed schedule for the India cricket team continues. The venues have been now announced for the tours by South Africa and Australia just before the World T20 to India. Remember, this is now the confirmed schedule that we now have just before the World T20 that will be played. India are now currently playing a series in the West Indies. The Asia Cup schedule has now been announced, and finally, the home series that India will play against Australia and South Africa has now been announced. Previously, about a couple of weeks back, we had done a video wherein we had said that India will play 3 T20Is against Australia, 3 T20Is against South Africa, and 3 ODIs. We exactly did not know where are the venues and what are the dates. Well, here are the dates. According to the release that has been sent by the BCCI now, the Australia series that India will play, Australia's tour of India will begin on 20th September with the first T20I, and it will end on 25th September. So 3 T20Is will be played in Mohali, Nagpur and Hyderabad. So when the Asia Cup will finish on September 11th, 9 days later, India will play a series against Australia at home. So there is absolutely no rest. Immediately after 25th September, South Africa once again come to India. Beats me as to why they have to play 2 back-to-back series. This series, though, is part of the COVID postponed series that happened in 2020 when South Africa are going to play 3 ODIs. But there has been additional 3 T20Is also slotted into this. So, on 28th September, South Africa will play their first T20I and it will be at Thiruvananthapuram. Then on 2nd October and 4th October, they'll play in Guwahati and Indore. Then India will play 3 ODIs against South Africa on 6th, 9th and 11th in Lucknow, Ranchi and Delhi. So Delhi will host an ODI against South Africa. Remember, they had hosted a T20I earlier. So that is the schedule that we have, folks. So the Australia home series will begin on 20th September with the T20I in Mohali. It will then end on 11th October with the ODI against South Africa in Delhi. So India will now play 2 T20Is in the West Indies. Potentially they may play close to 6 T20Is against in the Asia Cup. That makes it 8. So before the World T20, India would have played a total of 14 T20Is. Then main team would have left for World Cup in Australia during RSA ODIs, ADJJ. Yes. India will probably field a B team or a C team. The main team would already be in Australia. Because remember, the tournament begins, for India it begins on October 23rd. But for the rest of the nations, it begins 2 to 3 days earlier. 1 week prior to the ICC World T20, you will play warm-up matches as well. And remember, Australia are playing a couple of T20Is against England. So there will be no series that will be there in Australia for India. There were reports earlier that said perhaps India could go to Australia for a series, but that is not happening. So Australia will play 3 T20Is starting from September 20th onwards. There is absolutely no rest for the Indian cricket team. And so that is the problem. India have not yet announced the Asia Cup squad. Remember, India yet to announce the Asia Cup squad, which will happen in a short while. But 9 days after the Asia Cup ends, you're playing the Australia series. Then after that, 3 days later, you're playing South Africa. Then from 4th October onwards, you have a break, but India's B team will probably play the 3 ODIs on 6th, 9th and 11th in Lucknow, Ranchi and Delhi. So it is going to be a very, very hectic calendar until November for India. Remember, the St. Kitts leg is now over. India will play 2 T20Is in Lauderhill. Whether that happens or not, we will see. Ritikesh Raghuvanshi, the series on Australian side would help to adapt condition. But Ritikesh, unfortunately, Australia are playing a series against England. So India do not have time to go to Australia. And remember, 1 week prior to the start of the World T20, you will have warm-up games. So yes, it will be South Africa B and India B in ODIs. Yes, both the core teams will be in Australia for that. This ODI series is kind of once again because what happened was in 2020 March, India was supposed to play 3 ODIs against South Africa before the COVID pandemic struck. So this is part of that. But scheduling an additional 3 T20Is frankly does not make sense for me. So now the home series venues have now been confirmed for people joining in now. The series against Australia will begin on 20th September. 3 T20Is in Mohali, Nagpur, Hyderabad. The 3 T20Is that India will play against South Africa will be in Thiruvananthapuram, Guwahati and Indore. And the ODIs are in Lucknow, Ranchi, Delhi. 20th September to 11th October, 6 T20Is and 3 ODIs against Australia and South Africa at home. So thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. We will be back with more updates. Press the like, comment, and share button. We are also there on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Don't forget to download the AajTak app for all the latest news and analysis. Thank you. Bye-bye.